My dear child, I need you to listen closely, for what I am about to say is of great importance. This situation is not to be taken lightly, and I do not want you to face it unprepared. Many of my faithful servants have been living in peace, believing that the trials of the world would pass them by, but I tell you, my child, this is no ordinary season. A shift is occurring, and many will not be able to bear the weight of what is coming. I have been speaking to the hearts of my children, warning them through whispers and signs, through dreams and messages, but many have failed to listen. They have been distracted by the temporary comforts of this world, forgetting that there is something far greater to come, something that cannot be avoided, something that requires strength and resilience. You must understand, my child, that the world is indeed moving toward a time of darkness. It is not a matter of if, but when the darkness is slowly creeping in, and the year 2025 will be a significant turning point. It will intensify, and many will be caught off guard. The hearts of the faithful will be tested, but I assure you, those who remain steadfast in me will emerge victorious. Do not fear, my child, for I have prepared a place for you, a place of safety, a place of refuge. But you must stay close to me, for only then will you be able to withstand the trials ahead. You see, this time of darkness will not just be physical, it will affect the minds and spirits of my people as well. There will be confusion, fear, and uncertainty, but in the midst of this chaos, my child, I am your light. I am your shelter. Do not let the world's noise drown out my voice. As this time of darkness approaches, many will face a health emergency that will spread like wildfire, affecting millions, yes, millions of my faithful servants. Some will be taken by surprise, their bodies weakened by the forces of this world, and some will struggle with the emotional toll it takes. But I want you to remember this: just as the world is transitioning into darkness, so too will I raise up my light within you. You will not be overtaken by fear or despair if you keep your eyes on me. You must prepare spiritually and physically, for this health emergency will not just be an isolated incident. It will be part of a greater plan. I want you to understand that these events are not to punish my people, but to refine them. This is a time of testing, a time of purification. The trials ahead are a means to bring my children closer to me. Those who are weary and burdened will find comfort in my embrace. Those who have wandered and fallen will find their way back to me, for I am the good shepherd, and I will guide my sheep through the valley of darkness. But you must prepare yourself, my child, for what is coming. There will be times when you feel alone, when the world seems to crumble around you, but I promise you this: I will never leave you nor forsake you. I am with you in the storm, and I will carry you through it. In your darkest hour, I will be the light that leads you. When you are weak, I will give you strength. When you feel hopeless, I will be your hope. Trust in me, for I am your refuge and your fortress. Now is the time to fortify your spirit, my child. You must seek me with all your heart, for only through me will you find peace in the midst of the chaos. Your health, your well-being, your very life are in my hands, but you must be wise, for there will be temptations that will try to pull you away from me. The enemy knows your weaknesses, and he will try to exploit them, but I have given you authority over him, and you have the power to resist. Stand firm in your faith, for the enemy will flee from you. Do not be swayed by the lies of the world, for they will lead you astray. I also want you to prepare physically, my child. In this coming time, there will be disruptions, there will be shortages, delays, and uncertainty. But fear not, for I will provide for my children. I will make sure that you are taken care of. Trust in my provision, and do not worry about tomorrow. What you need will be provided in due time, but you must be wise in your actions. Do not waste, do not hoard, but trust that I will meet your needs. I urge you to be vigilant, my child. Pay attention to the signs around you. The world may try to deceive you, but I will make the truth clear to those who are attentive. Keep your heart open to my guidance, for I will lead you step by step through these uncertain times. Do not rely on your own understanding, but trust in my wisdom. I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a future and a hope. As the health emergency approaches, many will be filled with fear. There will be panic, confusion, and sorrow, but I want you to remember that you are not like the world. You are my child, and I have given you the power to overcome. The enemy will try to use fear to paralyze you, but I will fill you with my peace. When the world shakes, I will be your anchor. When the storms of life rage, I will be your calm. Do not allow fear to take hold of your heart. Remember that I am the healer, and there is nothing that is impossible for me. Even in the midst of this health crisis, I will protect you, and I will guide you to safety. Trust in my divine timing, for I will lead you through it all. Do not be swayed by the reports of the world, for they are fleeting. My word stands firm forever. In the coming days, you will see many who are lost, many who are without hope. Reach out to them, my child, and share my love with them. Be a beacon of light in the darkness, for I have placed you in this world to be a witness of my grace. You are the salt of the earth, and you are the light of the world. Do not hide your light under a basket, but let it shine for all to see. There will be some who are resistant, who do not want to hear the truth, but do not be discouraged, for I will prepare the hearts of those who are ready to receive you. Do not need to convince anyone with your words alone, for my Spirit will do the work. Your role is to love, to serve, and to be a living testimony of my goodness. You may also see loved ones struggling during this time, my child. They may not understand the significance of this moment. They may be caught up in fear or despair, but do not despair, for I will touch their hearts. I will reach them, and I will draw them near to me. Be patient with them and continue to pray for them. My love is greater than any darkness, and I will never give up on anyone. I also want to remind you, my child, that this is a time to be alert. The enemy is moving swiftly, and there will be deception and distractions all around you. Do not let your guard down. Stay close to me, for I will protect you. Remember that your greatest weapon is prayer. Pray without ceasing, for prayer is powerful and it moves mountains. This health emergency is but one part of the great change that is coming. The world will be shaken, but I will shake it for a purpose. I am calling my children to rise, to stand strong, and to be my witnesses. In this dark hour, you are the generation that will see the fulfillment of my promises. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. I will never leave you, and I will never forsake you. I know you are weary, my child. I know the burdens you carry, and I see the pain in your heart, but I want you to know that I am here with you. I will give you rest. I will give you strength. You are not alone. Hold on to my promises, for they are true. You will overcome this, and you will come out stronger than before. In the days to come, you will see my hand move in mighty ways. You will witness miracles, signs, and wonders. You will see the power of my love and the authority of my name, and I will be glorified in all things. Trust in me, my child. I have prepared you for this Moment you are my chosen one, and I will use you mightily in this time of darkness, my beloved child. I need you to understand something very important about the days that lie ahead. The enemy, though powerful in his schemes and deceit, is already defeated. His time is short, and his end is certain. He knows this, and it is this knowledge that drives him to act with such fury. The enemy's tactics are born of fear of his inevitable destruction. He is scrambling desperately, trying to deceive and confuse my children, knowing that his power is waning. This is why you will see the world become more chaotic, more filled with fear and uncertainty. The enemy is trying to create an illusion of power, an illusion that he is in control. But remember, my child, that the enemy has already lost. I have already won the victory, and I have promised that I will protect you. The fear that you experience in these coming days is not the result of my will. It is the result of the enemy's efforts to create confusion and panic. He wants you to doubt, to question, to fear what is to come. But I say to you, do not fear, for I am with you, and I will never leave you. The enemy's days are numbered, and his time of influence is coming to an end. But until that moment, he will continue to deceive, to stir up fear, and to see confusion. He knows that fear is his greatest weapon against my children. When you are afraid, you are vulnerable. Fear clouds your judgment, distorts your thinking, and opens the door for doubt. It is this fear that he will try to plant in your heart. But I say to you, resist it, stand firm in your faith, for the enemy cannot touch you when you are rooted in my love. It is in this moment that I need you to remain vigilant. The battle is not over, but I have already equipped you with everything you need to overcome. I have given you the armor of faith, the shield of love, and the sword of truth. You are not alone in this fight. I am with you every step of the way. The enemy may roar and try to shake you, but I will not allow him to destroy you. You trust in me, for I will protect you as you face the fear that the enemy is stirring up in the world. I want you to remember this truth. Fear is not of me. I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. You are my child, and I have given you authority over the works of the enemy. When you are filled with fear, you are allowing the enemy to take hold of your thoughts and your heart. But when you stand firm in my word, when you trust in my promises, fear will have no place in your life. This is why I am calling you my child, to remain vigilant. The enemy will not stop in his efforts to spread fear, but you must not allow his tactics to overcome you. When fear rises, turn your eyes to me. When the storm rages, hold fast to my promises. I will bring you through every trial, every challenge. The enemy's efforts may cause momentary distress, but remember this: he is already defeated. His power is limited, and his time is short. Do not allow his schemes to shake your faith or your confidence in my protection. You must understand, my child, that the enemy works through the mind. He will plant thoughts of doubt, thoughts of fear, and thoughts of hopelessness. These thoughts will come in many forms: fears for your health, fears for your loved ones, fears for your future. But you must recognize them for what they are: lies. These are not my words to you. My words are words of peace, of hope, and of strength. When fear tries to grip your heart, reject it. Do not allow it to take root in your life. Music. Instead, fill your mind with my truth. I have promised that I will never leave you nor forsake you. I have promised that I will protect you from all harm. I have promised that I will provide for your every need. You are my beloved child, and I am watching over you. Trust in my word, for it is truth when fear comes, counter it with my promises. Speak my truth over your life, and you will see the fear dissolve. The enemy's power lies in his ability to deceive. He will try to make you believe that the challenges you face are insurmountable. He will try to convince you that you are weak, that you are alone, that there is no hope. But do not believe him, my child, for I am with you, and I am your strength. In your weakness my power is made